three Nortno gangs in Porterville, California. They are Varrio East Side Poros, West Side Poros and Varrio Central Poros. Their main rivals are Chirano Lifestyle and Brown Pride Chiranos. In the news. They're one of the most feared street gangs in California, and for years, members of Varrio Central Poros or VCP have terrorized the small town of Porterville. We've had 17 homicides in the last 2 years, and we view 13 of them as being gang-related, said Chuck McMillan, Porterville police chief. Violence became so bad in 2007 that McMillan called on the California Department of Justice for help. That's when the state dispatched a special gang suppression enforcement team known as GSET. GSET focuses on the hierarchy of that gang, and basically dismantles that gang by taking the hierarchy of that gang out, said Jerry Hunter, assistant chief for the Bureau of Narcotic Enforcement. And for 6 months, Porterville police partnered with GSET agents to do just that. The lengthy investigation came to an end Wednesday, with the arrest of more than 17 VCP shot callers. Charging them with crimes of gang conspiracy to commit murder, carjacking, robbery, burglary, receiving stolen property, and numerous narcotic violations, said Hunter. But the operation doesn't stop there. Officials will now focus on prevention, with programs that provide alternatives to gangs for local youth. Porterville parents like Sebastian Lemus say, they welcome all the help they can get. I just hope for the best, because there are a lot of kids around this area, and there's always kids playing. I wouldn't want to see any kid, not just my family, get involved with something bad like that, said Lemus. Court case file. The gang expert testified about the gangs of Porterville and about the gang affiliations of Ruiz and the others. He identified 3 northern gangs: the East Side Poros, ESP, the Varrio Central Poros, VCP, and the West Side Poros, WSP, which, he testified, normally hung out together, partied together, and got along with each other, though not with their common rivals, which were Chirano gangs and some white gangs. He testified that Rudy was an ESP member, Ruiz, Chavez, and Charles were VCP members, and Buford and Olmos were WSP members. Chavez, as the channel for all 3 gangs, had the duty to investigate people who cooperated with the police. Nortnos are supposed to settle personal conflicts, but since Buford's murder involved a northerner killing a northerner, the penalty was death, which higher-ups in Pelican Bay State Prison impose on the person the investigation identifies as the killer. A northerner killing a northerner, the gang expert opined, is likely to call the channel and admit the crime. Ruiz emphasizes the prosecutor's use of gang evidence in her argument to the jury. The lifestyle of a gang member is a crazy one, and it might be one that's hard to understand, and one that's hard for you to relate to, but it's one that's real and one that exists, she began. Gang members live by their own set of rules and their own set of regulations, and the moment that Rudy Jimenez, Michael Chavez and Paul Olmos cooperated with law enforcement, they went against those rules and they put their life, in danger. Ruiz characterizes the evidence that the court's ruling admitted as nothing more than bad character evidence that was not only highly prejudicial but also unnecessary to prove any contested issue in the case. With commendable candor, he acknowledges, as the record shows, there was not extended testimony about gangs, however.